Ladies and gentlemen, it's been difficult for people that were in rehab during the pandemic. When everything got locked down, a lot of the rehab clinics were locked down. So they weren't able to get their medicine. And at the time, they were thinking about sending the methadone through the mail, but it was something they were still just talking about. Well, it finally got approved. Now, I know opioids and the deaths are still going on. It's just that it's kind of buried now because of everything that's going on in the country. But that crisis has never ended. It is still going strong. So this came out on NPR May 27th, 2020. Federal government approves methadone deliveries during pandemic. New York City launched a methadone delivery program last month so that patients won't have to leave home during the pandemic to get their next dose. Methadone is a highly regulated medication for opioid addiction, and it has to be taken every day. Otherwise, patients risk a painful withdrawal. Normally, methadone has to be picked up from a treatment center, but now the federal government says patients in quarantine can get their methadone delivered to them if they follow security protocol. Earlier this month, Anna Pagan, 57, had her medication delivered to her house in East New York, Brooklyn, for the first time. I don't know how to say how I feel because it's too many emotions going through, but it's wonderful, she said. Pagan got on methadone 8 years ago to fight a heroin addiction. And normally she has to trek to downtown Brooklyn every couple of days to get her supply. Now she says she's grateful that she won't have to make that trip during social distancing measures during the pandemic. I love that I don't have to go out, especially now, because I'm scared. I really am. New York City has the capacity to make 1,300 of these deliveries every month. But since the program started in mid April, only 70 deliveries have been made. That's according to Dr. Denise Perron, a researcher, director at the health department who helped design the program. There are also concerns like, is the person stable enough? Do they have a safe place to store the medication? Perron says the city is trying to ramp up the number of referrals to the program by hosting webinars and daily calls with doctors to answer questions. Nick Langworthy, chairman of the New York State Republican Party, says he would rather see the health department hand out personal protective equipment to law enforcement officers than invest in this delivery program. He's saying let the addicts go. Let them go. Don't give them nothing. Focus on PPE. Methadone abuse is a very real problem and at best should only be administered under the care and direct supervision of a treatment facility, he says. New York City's health commissioner says she'll encourage the federal government to keep its new, more flexible regulations in place if data show that the program is helping patients. So, since it's difficult for them to go to an actual rehab center, many of these opioid drug addicts will now be able to continue their treatment of methadone during the pandemic. So I guess it's better than nothing, as long as social distancing is in place. It's really hard for doctors to treat these people face to face, you know? But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.